Hello everyone, myself Priyal Jaiswal. Today we will see the topic of the allergic rhinitis. Definition. It is the common disorder which is usually characterized by spasmodic attacks of severe sneezing and rhinorrhea. It is the reaction to certain allergens. Etiology. Age usually it affects the young adults from the age of 15 year onwards. It tends to recede after 40 to 50 years of age. Sex. Both sexes are equally affected. Predisposing factors. Heredity. It may run in families. Hormonal, since the disease often begins at puberty and increases during pregnancy. Climate. Change in humidity and atmospheric pollution can make nose more susceptible to allergens. Emotional factors, which is psychological factors, may affect the nose. Precipitating causes, which is exogenous and endogenous. Exogenous means outside the body, which are inhalants like dust, pollen, animal dander, feathers, molds, house dust, and mites, etc. Ingestions, foods like eggs, fish, citrus fruits, milk. Contactants like cosmetics and powders. Irritants like fumes and smoke. Drugs like aspirin and other hypotensive drugs. Infections, bacteria, fungi, etc. Endogenous causes means within the body, which is intestinal helminthic infections, tissue proteins and transudates and exudates. Which is what is the mechanism of the allergic rhinitis? Reagenic antibodies are formed in the body due to the sensitization caused by allergens by combining with each other. Allergens and antibody react in the body. Antibodies then get attached to the tissue mast cells which degranulate. Histamine or histamine-like substances are then released. Allergic reactions are developed. Pathology. There will be infiltration with eosinophils and plasma cells occurs. Edema developed due to the transudation of tissue fluid as the capillary endothelium is damaged and the intercellular cement loosens. Rhinorrhea develops, means there is increase in the mucosal secretions which may contain eosinophils. Congestion due to dilatation of the blood vessels occur. Infection may be superadded with purulent discharge. Polyps may present. Paranasal sinuses may also be involved. What are the clinical types of the allergic rhinitis? Seasonal, which means hay fever due to pollen grains occur at the time of pollination, and perennial. Perennial is this which affects the person throughout the year. Now, what are the symptoms? Irritation of the nose is the most initial symptom. Paroxysmal sneezing of recurrent type is present, which exhausts the patient. Rhinorrhea is watery and copious. Nasal obstruction due to venous stasis is often present. Anosmia may be present intermittently or continuously. Headache can be present. What are the signs? In acute stage, mucosa appears to be pale with excessive mucoid or watery secretions. In chronic stage, the nose may appear to be normal or mucosa is bluish or purplish due to the venous stasis. Infection may be superimposed. Polyps may be present. Allergic salute, which means itching in the nose and rhinorrhea that may lead the patient to lift up the tip of the nose with his palms, which appears like salute. Darier's line. Repeated allergic salute may result in an horizontal crease on the dorsum of the nose, a little superior to the tip of nose. Concomitant allergies. Eyes, itching and watering of the eyes is often present. Ears, eustachian tube blockage may lead to the middle ear problems. Allergic pharyngitis may occur. Asthma may be present. Attacks of bronchospasm may follow attacks of nasal allergy. Diagnosis. Diagnosing allergic rhinitis, clinical features and the paroxysmal sneezing reveals the diagnosis. Nasal secretions may contain eosinophils. Hemogram may show eosinophilia. Stools are examined to exclude helminth. Detection of allergens by history taking, skin tests by intradermal injections, nasal provocation tests, examination test for food, and RAST. RAST is a radioallergosorbent test. It is a new sensitive in vitro test for the assay of the reagenic, which is IgE antibody specific for the particular antigens. This test is costly. Treatment. Avoid of the allergens is ideal but not always practical. Desensitization. Specific desensitization is performed by specific vaccines or inhalants. Non-specific stock vaccines may be useful in some cases. Symptomatic treatment. Antihistamines like cetirizine, levocetirizine, rupatadine. Steroids may be used as an aerosol spray or drops. Then general treatment. Vitamin C and calcium are often recommended. Local treatment, hydrocortisone injections in the inferior turbinate give a relief in about a year in 70% cases. Then autohemo injections is in the inferior turbinate once in a week on 4 to 5 occasions can give a long-term relief. Azilastine hydrochloride, which is an antihistaminic, can be sprayed for symptomatic relief. Then other local treatment can be zinc ionization, cryosurgery, and laser, but it is not very useful. They reduce the nasal obstruction, but sneezing and rhinorrhea can persist. Then 15% silver nitrate topical applications on the inferior turbinates has been recommended, which can also give the long-term relief. What is the surgical treatment? Treatment for any kind of the nasal obstructions like polyps, deviated nasal septum, hypertrophic turbinates, which does not induce allergy, but it can relieve the nasal obstruction, which can be treated. Septic foci, any kind of septic foci present in the infections like tonsils, adenoids, sinusitis, this has to be removed. Then Vidian neurectomy. In Vidian neurectomy, the nerve of the pterygoid canal is severe or cauterized to obstruct the sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve supply. Recurrence is quite common in this, and sneezing may not be relieved. This procedure is likely to be useful in the cases having the vasomotor rhinitis. Thank you.